So good day, sir. Today I'm going to present our functional test case. So for our caption title is Resource Management Mobile Application for Property Custodian with QR Code. So I'm Joanna Milantaka, the technical writer of our team. So first is our functional test case, login admin. So the scenario title is admin logs admin logs into the system. So scenario description is this test checks if the admin can log in successfully. So test objective to verify that the login functionality for the admin works correctly, ensuring that only authorized administrators with valid credentials can successfully access the admin dashboard. Next is a precondition. The login page must be accessible. The admin account must already exist in the system database. So test steps is enter ID numbers. Second is enter password, and third is click login. So our test data. The expected result is that the system successfully verifies the admin login credentials, and admin is redirected to the admin dashboard. Actual results: admin successfully log in and direct to the admin dashboard. Pass field criteria. The system grants access and directs to the admin dashboard. Remark pass. So, going to try to log in. The admin. 85. 0. So this is the admin dashboard. Next is login user. So scenario title is a user logs into the system. Scenario description: this test checks if the user can log in successfully. Test objective: to verify the login functionality for the user. Preconditions: user accounts already exist in the system database. The user is currently on the login page. Test steps: first is enter ID number, second is enter password, and third is click login. So expected results: the user successfully views or access the borrowed items. User is redirectedly to the user dashboard and after successfully log in. Actual results: user successfully log in and direct to the user dashboard. Pass field criteria: the system grants access directs to the user dashboard. Remarks is pass. Sa user admin user dito therefore so here's the user dashboard. So next is the borrowing request. So scenario title: borrowing request admin. Scenario description: This test checks if the admin can review and approve borrowing requests made by user. Test objective: to verify the admin can manage and process borrowing requests effectively. Preconditions: the admin is logged into the system and borrowing requests exist in the system. The database connection is active. Test steps: navigate to the borrowing request section. Next, a second is view pending request. Third is approve or reject. Expected result: the system updates the request status and reflects it in the records. Actual results: the admin successfully view and process borrowing requests. Pass field criteria: the admin can view, approve, or reject requests, and the system updates the status correctly. Remarks is pass. So, borrowing request. Approve of deny. So next is manage resources. Scenario title: manage resources admin. Scenario description: this test checks if the admin can add, update, and delete resources in the system. Test objective: to verify that the admin can effectively manage, add, edit, and delete system resources. Preconditions: the admin is logged into the system. The database is connected and resources module is available on the admin dashboard. Test steps: navigate to the manage resources section. Add a new resources. Select item, select category, select total quantity, select image, and add resources. Expected results: the system successfully updates and deletes resources as instructed by the admin. Actual results: the admin successfully managed resources without any system errors. Pass field criteria: all resource management actions function correctly. Remarks: pass. So, resources. Ay, item. So next is scan QR admin. Scenario title: scan QR code admin. Scenario description: this test checks if the admin can scan QR code to identify and process the return of the borrowed items. Test objective: to verify that the admin can use the QR scan feature to process into returns efficiently. Preconditions. Borrower has borrowed items with valid QR codes. QR scanning device or feature is connected and functional. The system database contains a corresponding borrowing records. Expected results. The system successfully identifies the borrower and updates the item's status to return. Results. The admin successfully scanned the QR code and complete the return process. Pass field criteria. The system correctly identifies the item and updates its status after scanning. Remarks pass. Oh no. So next is transaction history. Scenario title, transaction history admin. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can access the transaction history and view all approved and denied borrowing requests. To verify the admin can view and filter all approved and denied transactions in the system. Precondition. Admin is logged into the system. The database contains transaction records with approved and denied statuses. The transaction history module is accessible on the admin dashboard. Test steps. Navigate to the transaction history section. Select the View All Transactions option. Review the display transaction details. Expected result. The admin successfully viewed all approved and denied transaction history. Actual results. The admin successfully viewed all approved and denied transactions in the history. Pass field criteria. All approved and denied transactions are displayed accurately without missing records. Remarks pass. Transaction history. Approve. Deny. Return. Wala pa return. Next is item monitoring. Scenario title, item monitoring admin. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can view and track the status of all equipment and their maintenance schedules in the system. Test objectives to verify that the admin can monitor the current status and maintain a maintenance schedule of all equipment. Preconditions. Admin is logging into the system. The system database contains equipment records with statuses and maintenance details. Item monitoring module is accessible on admin dashboard. Test steps. Admin is logged into the system. The system data expected results. The system displays accurate and updated equipment statuses and maintenance schedule. Actual results. The admin successfully viewed all equipment statuses and maintenance schedule. Pass-field criteria. All equipment information and maintenance schedule are displayed correctly. Remark passed. Space. Returning. Schedule. Return processing. So, scenario title, return processing admin. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can view, verify, and process the return of all borrowed items in the system. Test objective. To verify that the admin can manage and process the return of all borrowed items accurately. Preconditions. Admin is logged into the system. Borrowed items exist in the database with active loan records. Return processing module is from the admin dashboard module accessible from the admin. Test steps. Navigate to the return processing section. Second is verify the item condition and details. Expected results. Item statuses changes from the borrowed to return. Return items appears in the transaction history. Actual results. The admin successfully processed the return and the system updated the item status correctly. Pass-field criteria. The system correctly updates item statuses to return after processing. Remarks as return process. So next is users and borrower. Scenario title, users, borrower, admin. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can view and edit and delete user or borrower accounts in the system. Test objective. To verify that the admin can manage and view all system users effectively. Preconditions. Admin is logged into the system. Next, users borrower module is accessible from the admin dashboard. User dashboard exists in the database. Test steps. Navigate to the user borrower section. Next is view the list of all registered accounts. Expected results. The admin can view all registered users and user records update correctly and after any actions. Actual results. The admin successfully managed and view all user accounts. Pass-field criteria. User records display and update correctly. Remarks pass. Next is reports. Scenario title reports. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can generate buyer transaction and manage system reports such as borrowing, returning, and user activity. Test objective. To verify that the admin can generate and manage all types of system reports accurately. Preconditions. The admin login into the system. The reports module is to the on the admin dashboard. The database contains reportable data. Test steps. Navigate to the report section. Second is select a report type, report type, borrowing transaction, return item, and inventory report. Last is view, save, or print the generated report. Expected result. The system successfully generates the selected report. The admin can view, save, or print the report without errors. Actual results. The admin successfully generated and managed system reports. Pass-fail criteria. Reports generate and display correct data. Remarks pass. Section return, inventory, and generate report. Next is settings. Scenario title settings admin. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can update or change. This test objective. To verify that the admin can manage and update account settings successfully. Preconditions. Admin is logged into the system. Settings. Module is accessible from the dashboard. Database is connected to save account changes. Test steps. Navigate to the settings section. Second is edit password, and third is change password. Expected result. The system successfully saves the updated account information. The admin can log in using the updated credentials. Actual results. The admin successfully updated account settings and verified the changes. Pass-fail criteria. Account settings update and save correctly. Remarks pass. Password. So next is buy borrowed items user borrower. Scenario title. Buy borrowed items user and borrower. Scenario description. This test checks if the user can view, track, and manage all items they have currently borrowed from the system. Test objective. To verify that the user can view and monitor the details and status of their borrowed items. Preconditions. The user is logged into the system. My borrowed items module is accessible on the user dashboard. The user has active borrowed items recorded in the database. Test steps: navigate to the My Borrowed Items section. Second is view the list of the current borrowed items. Last is check item details such as borrow date and due date. Expected results. The system displays all currently borrowed items with accurate details. The user can track item status and due dates properly. Actual results. The user successfully view and track all currently borrowed items. Pass field criteria. Borrowed items and details display correctly. Pass. Remarks passed. Eh, to. My borrowed items. So next is check check availability. Scenario title: check availability. Scenario description: this test checks if the user can search and filter available items, then submit a borrowing request for a selected item. Test objective: to verify that the user can search and filter request available items through the item system. Through the system. Preconditions: the user is logged into the system. Check availability module is accessible on the user dashboard. The system database contains items records with availability status. Test steps: navigate to the check availability section. Use the search bar of the filter to find available item. Selected item from the results. Click request item to send borrowing request. Expected result: the system displays only available items based on the user search for the filter. The borrowing request is successfully sent and recorded in the system. Actual results: the user successfully searched, filtered, and requested available item. Pass field criteria. Search, filter, and request for features work correctly. Remarks passed. Availability. Next is borrow. Scenario title: borrow user and borrower. Scenario description: this test checks if the user can borrow an available item by submitting a borrowing request through the system. Test objective: this test checks if the user can borrow an available item by submitting borrowing requests through the system. Precondition: the user is logged into the system. The borrow module is accessible from the user dashboard. The item to be borrowed is marked as available. Test steps: first, navigate to the borrow section. Second, select an available item from the list and borrowing from with required details. Submit the borrowing request. Expected results: The system records the borrowing request successfully. The item statuses updates to the pending approval or borrow. Actual results. The user successfully submitted borrowing request and the item status is updated correctly. Pass-fail criteria. Borrowing requests are recorded and item status changes. Remarks passed. Next is reserve. Scenario title reserve user. Scenario description. This test checks if the user can reserve an item that is currently available or scheduled for future use. Next is test objective. To verify that the user can reserve an item and that the system correctly records the reservation. Preconditions. The user is logged into the system. The reserve module is accessible from the user dashboard. The item to the reserve exists in the database. Test steps. Navigate to the reserve section. Search for the item to reserve. Select the item and specify the reservation date. Click Reserve to confirm the request. Expected results. The system records the reservation and the request successfully. A reserved item is tagged with the username and the reservation date. Actual results. The user successfully reserved the item and the system recorded the reservation details. Pass-fail criteria. The system saves that reservation and updates item status to reserve. Remarks passed. Reserve. So next is transaction history. In our title, transaction history. Scenario description. This task checks if the user can view their complete borrowing and return history in the system. Test objectives. To verify that the user can view their borrowing and return transaction history accurately. Precondition. The user is logged into the system. So the transaction history module is accessible from the user dashboard. Test steps. Navigate to the transaction history. View the list of past borrowing and return transaction. Expected result. Database contains past borrowing and return records for the user. The user can view complete details of each. Actual results. The user successfully viewed borrowing and return history with accurate details. Pass-fail criteria. All transaction records display correctly and completely. Remarks pass. Actually in complete cancelled active. Next is my request user. Scenario title, my request user. Scenario description. This test checks if the user can view, track, and cancel their pending borrowing or reservation requests. The objective: to verify that the user can track and manage their item requests, including canceling pending requests. Preconditions: the user is logged into the system. My request module is accessed from the user dashboard. The user has at least one pending borrowing or reservation request. Test steps: navigate to the My Request section. Second is view all pending and approved item requests. Select a pending request to manage. Click Cancel Request to withdraw it if we need it. Expected result: the system displays all current requests with accurate details. When cancelled the request, the status update cancelled and is removed from the active list. Actual results: the user successfully viewed and managed item requests and all cancelled one successfully. Pass-fail criteria: the system displays all user requests and updates status correctly upon cancellation. Remarks: passed. Next is settings. Scenario title: settings, user. Description: a scenario description. This test checks if the user can view and update their profile details in the settings. Test objectives: to verify that the user can view and update their profile details correctly. Precondition: the user log into the system. The settings module is accessible from the user dashboard. First, test steps: full name or ID number. Second is email address, and last is new password. Fourth is click Save Change. Expected results: profile information update successfully. A confirmation message appears after saving changes. Actual results: the user successfully updated profile information and received a information message. Pass-fail criteria: profile information on updates and saved successfully. Remarks: passed. Save change. Next is dark mode. A dark mode. Scenario description. This test checks if the system switches to dark mode when the admin turns into it. Test objective: to verify that the system interface changed to dark mode when enabled. Preconditions: the admin is logged into the system. The dark mode option is available on the settings. Test steps: go to settings, toggle the dark mode switch to on. Expected results: the system interface changed to dark mode instantly. The settings remains active even after refresh or relogin. Actual results: the admin successfully enabled dark mode and the interface updated correctly. Pass-fail criteria: dark mode applied and saves correctly. Remarks: pass. Oh no. 2025-07. Oh. So next is manual QR code entry. So scenario title is manual QR code entry. Scenario description. This task checks if the admin can manually input QR code when scanning fails or is unavailable. Task objective. To verify that the admin can manually input and validate QR codes successfully. Precondition. The admin is logged into the system. The manual QR code entry feature is a the item exists in the database. Test steps. Open the manual QR code intersection. Type paste the item's QR code manually. Click submit or verify. Expected result. The system validates entered QR code. The item details appear correctly after validation. Actual results. Admins successfully entered the QR code and item details were displayed correctly. Pass fill criteria. The system accepts and validates the manual QR entry. Remarks pass. Next is categories. Scenario titles. Categories admin. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can add, edit, and delete item categories in the system. To verify that test objective. To verify that the admin can manage categories effectively. Precondition. The admin is logged into the system. The categories module is accessible from the admin dashboard. Test steps. Navigate to the category section. Second is add new categories and save it. Third is edit an existing category name or description. 4 is delete an unwanted category. Expected results. New category is added successfully. Edited category updates correctly. The deleted correct categories removed from the list. Actual results. Admin successfully edited and deleted categories. Pass field criteria. Add, edit, and delete functions were correct. Remarks pass. Categories. Next is edit resources. Scenario description. This task checks if the admin can successfully update information of an existing resource. Task objective. To verify that the admin can edit and update resource details accurately. Precondition. Admin is logged into this log in and on the Manage Resources page with existing items. Step. Select a resource from the list. Click Edit, modify resource details, and click Save. Expected results. The system updates the resource details successfully and displays actual results. Admin successfully edited and saved resource information. Pass field criteria. Resource information updates correctly. Remarks passed. Next is forget password. Scenario title, forget password. Scenario description. This test checks if the system allows a user to reset their password through email verification. Test objective. To verify that the password reset process works correctly through email verification. Preconditions. The user has a registered account. The user log in into the login page. Test steps. Click forget password on the login page. Enter registered email address. Click submit. Open the password reset email and click the link. And enter new password and confirm it. And save. And click save. Expected result. The system sends reset a link to the user email. The user successfully reset the password and can log into with new credentials. Actual results. The user received the reset link and successfully changed the password. Pass field criteria. Password reset, link sent, and new password works. Remarks passed. Forget password. Page. Last is the logout. Scenario description. This test checks if the user or admin can successfully log out and end the session. The objective, test objective, to verify that the system ends the session and redirects properly upon logout. Preconditions. User or admin is logged into the system. Click out button. Expected results. The system logs out the user or admin and redirects to the login page. Actual results. User and admin successfully logged out and was redirected to the login. Pass field criteria. The user logged out and redirected correctly. Remarks pass. Last is deny. Scenario title. Scenario description. This test checks if the admin can deny user borrowing requests and if the system updates the request status correctly. Test objective. To verify that the admin can deny borrowing requests and the system reflects the correct status. Preconditions. Admin is logged in and there pending borrowing requests in the system. Test steps. Go to the borrowing request section. Select a pending request and click deny and confirm the section. Expected results. The system updates the request status to denied and notifies the user. Actual results. Admin successfully denied the request and the system displayed the updated status. Pass field criteria. Request status changed, the denied and the user is notified. Remarks pass. And for our failed test, first is manage resources, add item. So, scenario title, manage resources, add item. Scenario description. This test checks if the system prevents adding an items when required fields are missing. Test objective. To verify that the system validates item details before saving. Preconditions. Admin is log in and on the Manage Resources page. Test steps. Click Add Item. Leave one or more required fields empty. Click Save. Expected results. The system displays an error message and does not save item. Actual results. The system prevented the addition and showed required fields missing error. The pass field criteria. Item saves despite missing details. Remarks failed. Siya add item. Victoria Furniture. Choose. Open. And error. Field. So next, second is manage resources, edit resources. So scenario title, manage resource, edit resources. Scenario description. This test checks if the system prevents editing resources when required fields are missing or invalid. Test objective. This test checks if the system prevents editing resources when required fields are missing or invalid. Precondition. This test checks if the system prevents editing resource required fields missing invalid. Test steps. Navigate to the Manage Resources page. Select a resource to edit. And third is click or leave one or more required fields blank. Click the Save or Update button. Expected results. The system should display an error message indicating missing required fields and prevent the update from being saved. Actual results. The system displayed an error message and did not update the resource. Pass field criteria. Validation works correctly and the system prevents incomplete data from being saved. Remarks field. Wala. Sige siya. Edit resources. Edit. Chair. Maintenance 5. Successfully siya pero wala siya dito. So next is ating profile picture. Scenario title, settings, trace. Scenario description. This test checks if the system prevents changing the profile when the uploaded file is invalid or missing. The test objective. To verify that the system displays an error message and does not update the profile picture when the upload fails or the file format is unsupported. Precondition. The admin is logged into the system, is on the settings page, and the profile picture upload option is available. Steps. Go to the settings page, click the change profile picture, attempt to upload an invalid file type, and click the save or upload button. Expected result. The system should display an error message and prevent the profile picture from being updated. Actual results. The system displayed an error message and did not change the profile picture. The system pass field criteria. The system must validate file input and reject unsupported or empty uploads. Next is return item. Scenario title, borrowed items, return items. Scenario description. This test checks if the system prevents an user from returning an item. Required conditions are not met, such as missing return details or system errors during the process. To test objective, to verify the system properly and lists errors and prevents incomplete or invalid return transaction. Precondition. The user is logged into the system and has at least one borrowed item list under their account. Step. Navigate to the borrowed item page. Select an item to return. Leave the required fields and click return button. Expected results. The system should display an error message and prevent the return from being processed. This is actual results. The system displays an error message and did not process the return. Pass field criteria. The system must block incomplete or invalid return requests and maintain accurate transactions record. Remarks field. Return. Next is manage resource, manage item. Scenario description. This test checks if the system prevents the admin from adding or updating an item when required fields are missing or contain invalid data. Test objective. To verify that the system properly validates input fields and prevents saving incomplete or incorrect item details. Precondition. The admin is logged into the system and is on manage resource page with access to add or edit items. Test steps. Go to the manage resources page, click add item or select item to edit, leave one or more required fields empty or invalid data. 4. Click the save or update button. Expected results. The system should display an error message, indicate missing or invalid fields, and prevent the action from being unsafe. Actual results. The system displayed an error message and did not save the item. Pass field criteria. The system must not allow saving items with incomplete or invalid details. Remarks field. So next is check the availability. Borrowed. Scenario title. Check the availability, borrowed, and user. Scenario description. This test checks if the system properly handles errors when user tries to borrow an item that is unavailable or already borrowed by another user. Test objective. This test checks if the system properly handles when user tries to borrow an item that is unavailable or already borrowed by another user. precondition. The user is logged into the system and is on the borrowed items or click availability page. Availability. Test steps. Navigate to the borrow item page. Second is search for an item that is already marked as borrowed or unavailable. Attempt to borrow the item. Expected results. The system should display an error message indicating that the item is not available for borrowing. The system should display an error message indicating the item is available for borrowing. The system must restrict borrowing of unavailable items and maintain accurate items. The remarks is filled. Table 7. Next is most borrowed item. Reports. Okay.